How's it going? You are looking at the orange RX radio transmitter. This is a nice, cheap alternative to the Spektrum, was it the DX6, DXi6, DX whatever, and it's basically like a clone, for about half the price. Very similar functions and features, but the instruction manual is a joke. Mine came shattered, so that doesn't work out very well. And the other part that, let's get some focus here. Hold on 1 second. There we go. The other part that's tricky is that since there's no instructions, there's also very limited information on the internet. So this is relatively a very new model, I guess, and so you kind of, and then when they made it, they kind of screwed up. They should have put for everything that they're doing, they needed to put a 3-position switch in it. And they didn't. They only put everything as a 2-position switch. And that's okay, because you can make it still do the 3-position functions, but you have to know what you're doing because with the initial setup, you'll get your auxiliary channel working off the flight mode switch. But that's all you'll get, and you're like, well, okay, well, what am I going to do? Fly in 2 flight modes? No. You can also get the 6 channel working, but you have to go in and change go into flaps and give them a value up and down, and then it'll go be on your flap and gyro switch here, and that'll be your 6th channel. So you'll be in, like, let's say this is your takeoff mode and you're playing right, and then you enter 1 flight mode, that'll be angle, and then over here maybe you'll be in full acro stump mode. Okay? So, but how to do that on the radio, right? So just real quick here, because I'm not really looking to get into too deeply into this, but I know I want to help people out. So there's also a way you can use, basically for whatever you're doing, when you have a plane, you could fly it under a helicopter mode in here. In fact, sometimes that might be the better option for you. And then vice versa. You'll have quads and it'll be set up as an acro plane because that's just the better way to have it set up in here. And those are your 2 options. It's either acro plane or helicopter. But on helicopter, you have normal and stump mode switch, 2 flight modes, which is nice. But anyways, let's go back here. Right now, I have my FPV wing set up. So let's see here. Yeah, that's all normal. Travel adjustments. Nope. Sub trim. I did have it set. Now every time when I repower on the wing, I might have to reset that because I just made it a designated model and redid everything. There you go. Go into flaps. Go normal up. Land down 100, and then that is how you'll activate this 6th switch on your receiver, or on your radio, with the flap gyro. And I'll show you how to finish that up. So. Mix 1. I also have these set to give even more if I wanted to add even more switches on. I finally figured out how to do that. This isn't going to do anything for my wing though, really. And this one is set up to the mix switch, which is right back here. So and then mix 2 is set up on the aileron dual rate switch. This one, this front one right here. So that would be all set up there. And then let's go on setup list, model type, see, acro, okay. It's plane mode, model name, no, monitor, this is what we want to see, okay? Your throttle's there. Oh, let's see, you can see this good. Your throttle's there. These should be going the right directions, left and right, and then up and down, right and left. Good. And now let's check out some switches. Boom, see that one? Channel 5. Okay, that's your first flight mode switch. Then over here on the flap gyro, boom, see that? Got our 6 switch. Isn't that awesome? And then up here, watch this one, boom, goes even further. So, and then the last one was set to, something happened. Oh, that's the last one, even though nothing's happening. So, that's that. And throttle cuts here, I think. Yep. Always have your throttle cut set. Go in for reversing stuff. Reverse for this radio. You need to reverse your aileron. I can't talk right now. Aileron, and rudder. Okay, leave the flaps and gear and throttle normal. And then, oops, yeah, normal. Throttle cut. Yeah, we already did that. Get out of here. Wingtail, some of you will need to activate these for the models you're flying. But that's up to you. Okay. Oh, I wanted to do this. 5 minutes. And set to the trainer. Good. Alright, I think that's good. So I hope you enjoyed that little setup, and I hope give you some tips on how to get your switches set on this radio, because it's a real bitch and there's no information out there on it. So if you have any questions or comments, I love to help people. Don't know that I can, because it's just learn as you go kind of thing, but I have figured quite a bit out on this radio, so if you need help, hit me up. See ya.